My name is Zahra Musa. I've been with Jaiz since from inception. I'm currently the regional manager in charge of FCT and its environment. It started probably late 90s, in the 1990s, probably 97, 98, 99, when I was invited to an international conference on Islamic banking and finance by Ahmed Zakari and Co. That was the first one, and I attended, and that was when the whole Jaiz concept was born. Immediately after the conference, I felt that was an aha moment for me, because that was what I felt I was preparing to do. I was being guided through the years working in a bank, and I felt God guided me, and this is what I was meant to do. So immediately I went back to my base, FSB International, then at Maiduguri. I just knew I couldn't work in a conventional bank, and I started courses on Islamic finance individually. And when I felt I couldn't continue, I decided to resign, because immediately after then, when the concept of Jaiz came up, and when Malan Ismaila was invited to come and do the public offer, we were meeting frequently because his office was in FSB, now Fidelity Bank Central Area, Tafawa Balewa. So we continuously met, and I was just waiting for Jaiz to come up. And when I couldn't wait any longer, I decided to resign, and then I was invited to join the Jaiz project itself, that is Jaiz International. That was when we started. I joined in to partake in the formation of Jaiz Bank. So I joined in 2006 February, and I partook in the private placement there. And I think, the first permanent staff female of Jaiz. We had ups and downs, and but then alhamdulillah it came to fruition. So, and we opened our doors January 6th. I was the first branch manager of the flagship branch. That's the branch in the head office. I was the first head of human capital in Jaiz, and then I became part of the first set of regional managers. You could say I employed majority of the first set of the branch staff. What we did, because there are no skills for Islamic finance in the country, because Jaiz Bank is the first bank coming on board with this kind of special skill set. So what we did was, because it's a bank like any other bank, we looked for top talents in the banking industry. And what we first and foremost looked for is those people who are passionate about Islamic finance or Islamic banking itself, and they want to move on their own. We don't need to invite them, and we selected those who were top talents in their fields, and knowing that we had to train. A lot of them wanted to sacrifice. I sacrificed myself, because I was earning millions in FSB. I was really comfortable, and I resigned, and I came to Jaiz International, and my first offer letter was 50,000, and I rejected it, and I agreed with 100,000, and I started as a contract staff when I was a deputy manager in the defunct FSB International. some we had to employ because we really needed them, we needed their skills, and we knew they came because they wanted to improve on whatever grades they were in their previous banks, or the salary, the allowance, so the monetary aspect and growth. We required that, but majority of them wanted to come because they just had passion for Islamic banking. Over the years, trainings and the skill set, people with that skill had improved over the years because we did our own training. Other organizations took it upon themselves to carry out such trainings. I'm talking about the likes of Bayero University, Kano, whereby you can go and have your masters in Islamic banking and finance. And then CBN was carrying out, we were having awareness programs and the rest of them. There are some other organizations that were really helping. They came out to do trainings on Islamic banking and finance. So I believe over the years we had some kind of improvement, but that didn't, we didn't rest on our oars on that, but because we were the pioneer bank, and we really needed to ensure that we trained our staff. There was people who were anxious and waiting for Jaiz to come. So the day that we opened our doors, 6th of January, people came. People came. We were not expecting the kind of, but there are a lot of people that were curious. They wanted to know what Islamic banking was. They came in. There were those who were waiting for us to come, and they also came. So we had those. Then we had those who were sitting on the fence, waiting to see if Jaiz will succeed or it will fail before they even come. And then there's another group that was trying to bring Jaiz down. So it was challenging. But then over the years, little by little, we didn't get them as we wanted them to come. First days, yes, that one was more like curiosity and all that. People did come, and those that really wanted Jaiz to come on board, they came, opened accounts and all that. But then we also had our own challenges with the central bank because our products were not approved as we opened our doors. We had so much work to do. This is the first time. So CBN itself didn't have the skill set. So they had to send their own people to go to the likes of Malaysia and the rest of them to go and train us. So we had to wait for them to come back, and then they set up their own committee of experts to look at our products. So it took time before products were approved for us to start this thing. So for months we were just taking deposits, which is just normal. Come bring your account, open current account, and that's it. We had some money, but we could not invest such monies. We couldn't finance anybody because we didn't get any product approved. We couldn't keep our money in CBN because it's going to be interest based. So we could not utilize the funds, they were just lying there. So we had challenges in that respect. So it took time before we're still also learning, up to date. We're still learning, and we're still laying the foundation. We're not through. Yeah, we've succeeded in creating the path, and other banks are coming at this thing. But we're still laying the foundation as far as I'm concerned. We've not still covered the country, and I'd like for us to grow that way, cover the country. But looking at the future, I'd like for Jaiz to be household names in other countries outside of Africa, within Africa first, sub-Saharan Africa, and then outside of Africa. You go to UK, you see Jaiz. You go to Germany, because long before Jaiz came on board here, you go to UK, you have the Islamic Bank of Britain. You go to Germany. Germany is issuing sukuk long before Jaiz came. You go to other countries, European countries, Middle Eastern countries. I want to see Jaiz name being a household name there, not just in Nigeria. So that's the future for us, and for us here also. I'm looking at financial inclusion. I want everybody to be included. We have, I think I don't know for now, but at one time about 35% of the population in Nigeria is unbanked, and I want us to reach the roots and crannies of the country.